Ladies and gentlemen, the governor of Alabama has some blackface pictures from her college days. And, of course, she's doing the same thing the Virginia governor did. She's apologizing and she doesn't want to resign, but there are calls for her, resignation at this point. So she apparently did this college skit, and this old relic looked like she went to college in the 1800s. But this is Kay Ivey, and she held a press conference on Thursday apologizing for wearing blackface in a college sorority skit 50 years ago. She was the president of Alpha Gamma Delta Pledge class at Auburn University. And earlier, this year, these photos surfaced of her. So her then fiance is the one that described the skit to the Birmingham News. So she had on blue coveralls and she had her face painted up black. And she apologized via a statement in YouTube and released audio of her interview. So even after listening to the tape, I sincerely do not recall either the skit. So she's denying, although she's in the pictures, y'all, she's denying remembering anything about the skit. I'm not believing her. I think she's full of shit. I think just like Ralph Northam, I think these folks get a convenient bout of amnesia, but they remember all of this stuff. They remember every ounce of it. So she's saying she don't remember doing the skit. She really can't recall. I can't recall. Yeah, convenient amnesia. Even though Ben is one on tape remembering the skit, and I still don't recall ever dressing up in overalls or in blackface, but it is definitely her. I will not deny what is the obvious. As such, I fully acknowledge with genuine remorse my participation in the skit, like then back when I was a senior in college. She emphasized that this is not who I am today. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You wouldn't be saying none of that stuff if you didn't get outed. Whoa, these people all do the same thing. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, let's face it. There's more than likely people sitting in Congress, people in all kinds of local and state and federal government jobs that have gone in blackface. I think it's one of those widespread things that they did. Some of them, like Kay right here, was foolish enough to be photographed in blackface, while others do it and they may not be photographed doing it. And we see this from college students every single year. The stories are all coming out, and some of them are kids in high school. Some of them don't even have to be in school at all to be in blackface. But we know this stuff happens. Come on, y'all. We've been around this block way too many times, and Kay is actually one of many. This is just a pastime thing these folks do. I don't know why you just don't admit that this is something that you do all the time. Why don't you just get out in the open and admit it and let the chips fall where they may? But no, you won't do that. She emphasized that that is not who I am today, and that it's not what my administration represents all these years later, and offered heartfelt apologies for the pain and embarrassment this caused. No, that caused pain and embarrassment to you. You embarrassed yourself. promising to do everything she can going forward to show the rest of the country that the Alabama of today is a far cry from the Alabama of the 60s. Is anybody believing this? Okay. My subscribers down there in Alabama, please, just write a comment in there about this governor and let me know if racism is still rampant in Alabama or not. Because I know it is. I know it is. Alabama of yesterday is the Alabama of today. Democratic lawmakers urge her to step down while Republicans leap to her defense. At least one fellow politician saying she should have held a press conference. I don't care if it was 52 years ago or yesterday. Rep. Wandalyn Javon, she's a Democrat, Alabama. I guess she's a rep. Yeah. Told the Birmingham News she's the governor of the state of Alabama, which is still considered one of the most racist states in the U.S. This is who she was then. It is who she is now. Woo, that woman brought it, didn't she? I have nothing for her. I don't accept her apology. She should have stood before the people of Alabama herself. She should resign. I don't think she should have been elected. I think she is a racist. All right, this rep really brought it. It is not acceptable any time or place, Javon said. Do us a favor and step down. Rep. Mike Ball said people should not be judged solely on the rash, uninformed action of their youth. No, she was an adult. If she was in her senior year of college, she was an adult. No, Michael. Try again. Obviously, somebody found something stupid. She probably did when she was in college. And I'll just say that I am so grateful that we didn't have Facebook in the 60s and 70s. No, because it would have outed you even more. That's why you're grateful. The incident bears echoes of the host of other white politicians who have been caught in racially compromising positions from their past, including Democratic Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. I don't know why that keeps coming on, but it does. Ralph Northam, who surfaced, in 1984 medical school yearbook, photo of a man in blackface and another Ku Klux Klan robes, which may or may not have been him. Yeah, he knows that these people don't have that much amnesia that they don't know these things. I know they're trying to play the amnesia thing up now. They didn't forget this stuff. You can talk to elderly people today, and they can tell you what they did 50 and 60 years ago. They can remember certain incidents and parties and things they did with their families or something that happened in their neighborhood. They can tell you all of that stuff. Some of them are old and damn near look dead now, but they can talk about what happened in the past. And these two can too. The governor of Virginia and the one of Alabama, they can recall what happened back then. Give me a break. I don't recall. I don't remember. Yeah, right. So, he did end up admitting to donning blackface on a few occasions. He resisted calls for his resignation and is still in office. Yeah. And he is having a terrible time raising funds. His fundraisers, he's not even getting half of what he used to get after this whole incident went down. So things are definitely not the same for that Virginia governor. So soon after that, Virginia General Attorney Mark Herring also alleged acknowledge he occasionally smeared on blackface. Yeah, like I said, if you really examined everything with a fine-tooth comb, you will find damn near a majority of these people did that mess. And they still do it. We still see those college students doing that mess today. It's part of their culture. I think at this point we need to call it what it is. It's part of their culture to do stuff like that. You know, it just is. Back in Alabama, state minority leader Bobby Singleton implied he wanted it to be a teachable moment, and he felt Ivey was taking responsibility. Well, Bobby Singleton, we don't need a 400-year teachable moment. We don't need that. Nobody needs that. So when y'all keep saying something that has been happening historically in this country for centuries is a teachable moment, I disagree with you. That is not a teachable moment. We don't need no teachable moment in blackface. You're wrong. Okay? You're wrong. It's something that's been happening for that's just like you next you're going to say we need a teachable moment in slave catching. No, we don't. There are some things we don't need a teachable moment in, and blackface and slave catching and lynching. No, we don't need teachable moments in that shit. Okay, we just don't. First of all, I appreciate the governor for at least stepping out. Well, she was kind of forced out. She was forced out, just like the governor in Virginia. They were forced out. She didn't just randomly come out with this stuff. She would have went through her whole term in office and never opened her mouth. So, this is just somebody throwing cover to her. So I just disregard that because what they're saying is really stupid. We do not need a teachable moment in every damn thing. I think that is one of those things they say just because they can't get out of it no other way. So when in doubt and you can't get out of something, call it a teachable moment. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Do we need a teachable moment in Jim Crow? Okay. Do we need a teachable moment in police shootings? Come on. We don't need teachable moments in certain things. And this woman knows better. You don't get this age and you're just completely naive about racism. Don't believe the hype, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe it. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.